Hello world, this is Zan playing Middle-Aged Orc Supply in TLC Endworld, turn number 34. It's quite the important turn and I've put it off a little bit today, just because this is when I have to actually go and script my mages to fight Naba. So we'll see coming in that I'm getting the 30 Earth Gems from Machaka. These are for the 2 Gate Cleavers I built for him. I finished research in Evocation 6. I claimed the Throne of Misfortune. I've summoned some Draconians because in this mod they're significantly cheaper. I think they're 17 Air Gems. And this is just to have a unit, depending on what his formation is. This is to supplement my uh, Piddly Air Force, which right now is just those Pegasus Riders. I think Draconians have really good stats. They're just absurdly expensive, both in their cost and their casting requirements. It's Air 3 to cast, and I think in vanilla it's like 30 Air Gems. And most nations that have Air 3s have a lot of them, and they need their Air Gems. Like they can't get enough. So as me, that I'm just kind of dabbling in air magic here and there to use it in a battle or two. Yeah, I'll get myself some size 4 flying dudes that are, I think they're good. I might be wrong. Who cares? I fail on all my site searches. I finally get kicked off of Ind. Not even gonna bother showing the fight. Um, Archpope. So he got one of his heroes too. Nice. Actually, let me go in and double check something. When they all bless themselves, is it still the same bless? It is. Okay. Just in case if his god had woken up. Okay, we see a battle in man. Okay, it's just Tianchi is kind of poking what's inside. Oh, we have a monolith now. Poking what's inside man's capital. That is a spooky monolith. I guess it's a plus. But Astral 9, huh? That can do things. Communion Master. Oh, because core slaves? Oh, the cow, he's gonna... you usually don't want a communion, an innate caster. And even then, like, what does this need a communion for? I don't know. That can just drown the battlefield of skeletons, with or without a communion. All right, we have an event here in the Kekistan Forest. More gems. This is the last hurrah of Luck 3. A miracle is performed, but not by me. Excellent. Where is Drake's Rest? Somewhere where I really needed High Dominion. Great. And then in Tentacle Deep, oh, thank God. We get a bunch of gold. Okay, we found an Nemean Scout in the Ordos Groves. And we cure 7 battle affections. So, yeah, it looks like he's building a bunch of scouts to supplement his raiders, so that way I mind hunt them instead of, the important dude. Clever boy. Clever boy. That's exactly why where is it? It's vacation. I'm planning on casting Wrath of God. Maybe I'll do it next turn. Maybe I'll wait a turn or two. Because it is a rather high casting, and I don't want someone to dispel it with like 40 gems. That would suck. Oh, let's go check out the Draconian. So the commander you get can sit there and summon more. So he's really just going to stay in my capital and I guess provide some siege defense to it. But he's just going to hang around and summon more forever. And then these are the actual Draconians. So at 17 gems, you're going to get 15 and the commander. So it's kind of like one air gem each. So this commander is theoretically providing me 1 air gem per turn now. That's how I justify it to myself. They don't cost upkeep. They have fair amount of morale and magic resistance. Their natural protection is on the low side, but 45 hit points is pretty neat for things. They have high strength, and since they're flyers, that gets multiplied for siege purposes, defense or siege strength. And then just fairly average to good stats. They have they have extremely low encumbrance, so you can quicken them. They have high map move because they fly. They're cold-blooded, so you can't use them in Cold Dominion. And Mountain Survival, I don't know how useful or important it is to them because they fly. And their models look hideous. But the good part on this is like if you buff these guys, they can be pretty neat. Like you can give them quickness and then strength of giants, and they'll be at a 24 bite and a 23 kick. And this is weak poison. So 23 and 24, that's pretty good, if you ask me, even at 11. And then with quickness, it'll go up to 13 attack, 14 defense. And they'll get 6 encumbrance per turn, but they'll also hit 4 times for 20-something damage. That's good, dude. I think that's good. It's just like I said, usually nations that can summon them won't because there's never enough air gems to summon like mass air elementals or other things. But in this mod, since we're at 17, I'm making 8 per turn. And I really only have one big air mage. I have another like somewhat big one here. It's mass air elementals are more difficult for me. So I'm justifying it that way. Now, all that said, let's go around and just make sure that everyone everywhere is doing things they're supposed to. So like, okay, this guy can come and patrol here. I mean, there's no point in moving patrol. He just hold, stay behind troops. Okay, this guy is going to pick up the Cardaces, do the same thing, and Lone Pine. Hold, stay behind troops. And their purpose is if this guy is going to start raiding with stupid birds, the camel, these little guys, these little camel riders, they're pretty expensive, but they have these stupid birds, the 1d3 falcons, or this guy just has one falcon, and they dive to the back and usually snipe the province defense commander, which is usually some unarmored idiot. So by me bringing in this heavily armored hoplite to each province, in theory, and I'm only gonna try this once. I've never tried it, so this is all theory. In theory, these guys should be able to prevent the camels from taking my provinces. In theory. I'd probably have spare slots. Okay, I'll just put that on 3. Make sure you're in the back too. Oh, we had guys coming in from here. Okay, so you'll come here and you'll come here. And here, you'll get that. You'll get that. Put them both on 3. Put them both in the back. And again, normally you can just say, oh, I'll just add more province defense. But the problem is still the birds can go snipe your commander. So it doesn't help. This Witch Grove will have to remain undefended, unfortunately. I really want to prioritize Hope's Rest, and well, I can't really do Meadow of Lore. But I want to prioritize Hope's Rest because there's a temple there that I'd like to keep because I might fort this province later. Over here, we've successfully retreated with most of our hoplites, although I'm almost certain these guys are going to get killed by some cloud trapezing idiot. So let's just have them on a full retreat kind of thing. Oh, whoever cloud trapeze is going to be blessing or casting spells or things. Okay. So we're going to move you here because we don't need to have a scout on Weedy Stretch anymore because we're going to be fighting. Let's pull our hammers again. I know exactly what you're going to do, which is build another Thistle Mace. What's your map of 16? What's your map of 22? Put all these there. Grab these Draconians. Bring them to the Ordos Groves. You, who have 14 map move, can move at the same speed as these guys, can go to Morai's Grace. This guy's just going to be on retreat. Do I want a site search while I have these idiots? Not particularly. Although these are the ones with the, okay, we can do something. We can do, just absolutely make sure he doesn't die. Please don't let him die. And he can search, oh, he already searched. So we'll send him here to search there. This guy, Iron Skin, Body Ethereal Luck, and then just a bunch of Body Ethereals, and then cast spells. Maybe we bump the PD up a bit. This one's usually a good one. Horse Tribe, just the commander will die. Horse Tribe's good defense because they got the shield and they got the lances. They'll kill those birds. You search. Iron Skin, Body Ethereal, Buck. Don't put him in the back. Okay, this is a guy that was building one of those gate cleavers, which let me get that done now. To Machaka, gate cleaver 1, gate cleaver 2. Okay, Feldro, you're going to have an important, you're going to be doing important things for me. So is Kirby 1. Where's she? She's got gear to put on. Oh, I didn't gear her yet. Well, crap. Okay. Well, crap. I know she needs this. I know she needs this. This is probably a good idea, because I can. And then I guess I'll put the shield back on. Death Poison and Armor Piercing is a pretty good combo. Ideally, I'd like a Moonblade, but I guess last turn I told myself I didn't need that Moonblade right this exact moment. And it looks like I lied, because I need that Moonblade. Because now there's Dominion over the Weedy Stretch, and I need to win whatever fight occurs here. And I think I want Kirby 1 to be a part of it. Yeah, I think I want her to be a part of it. I can keep her in the back at the beginning, and then maybe, super risky, send her to the back line of them. Huh. Okay, you site search that successfully and make sure you're on retreat now in case you get magic phased. Coming to Mora's Grace. You site search that. Come into the Barony of R on retreat. Okay. He was able to blow up the lab. And again, I'm blowing up these labs because they can be used to cloud trapeze out of those provinces. And I'm not about that. He already searched that one, so send him down to Relaya Mercs. This guy searched Lone Pine, so he can go to Eternal Pastures. Okay, this is where my main armies were. Just want everybody to be on research. Okay, so this first half I'm going to mark as unfinished, just so that it's kind of saved everything I've done up to now. And now all that's really left is to script. I'm going to be the one attacking the Weedy Stretch. Where this can go wrong is since I'm attacking from 3 provinces, there's a chance if he is attacking a single one that he takes the fight to that one province, and I end up here with half-assed units. Or even if he magic phases on top of my fort, I don't think I march out to meet him. I think it cancels my orders. So these are things to consider. Let me see. There's a chance he can come and just shut down my cap recruitment. That would suck pretty bad. That would suck pretty bad. Not sure on actually what to do here. So research is absurd. I have no mages doing anything but researching. And I know I wanted to have Enslaved Mind as a potential option for these guys to do. Because one spell I'll cast is Light of the Northern Star. Okay, what can Kirby 1 cast? Howl is the most quintessential part of the entire battle. Absolutely quintessential. She can do Strength of Gaia too, which is really useful. Like she doesn't need to cast Personal Regen anymore, just use Strength of Gaia. Yeah. Okay, so anyways, what other spells? So let's go through our nature spells. Howl, again, is the most quintessential one. I don't think he's going to poison me. And I don't think I need... Okay, so I don't think I need any big nature spell other than the Howl. Okay, Earth. Curse of Stones, there's no way that this hits their mages. They have too high magic resistance. Earthquake won't hit their Malaga as they are flyers. And it would hit most of my units because I don't have like Mass Flight available. So there's no mega important thing for me to cast. So what I could have her do is cast Howl as like a end of your script kind of redundancy in case the main caster I'm going to be sending in is not able to cast it. It's going to give Ethereal, but Ethereal won't help her against most of the enemies here. So I'll send her into Witty Stretch, and her part is done. This guy, I want him to cast Howl immediately. Turn 1, get some wolves out. Elemental Fortitude. And his job after casting Howl is to now survive. Mind you. Elemental Fortitude. That's pretty much all I need, absolutely need him to do. From there, he can just do Wooden Warriors. Okay. And drop all these guys. You don't give him some bodyguards. You give him better bodyguards than these guys. No, not the same ones. Okay, cool. Just in case she needs to be kind of... All my mages need to be as far back as possible. Okay, with that said, can Air Death cast me anything useful? Weakness is good if they jump, if he's thugging out the Malika and they jump to the back line, you can just zap some of their strength. Or even frighten them, decay them. Feeble's a big AoE. AoE weakness. There's no save for it, which is why that would work. Huh. I can cast Darkness. If I had a Skull Staff and all that fun stuff, I can cast Darkness. Maybe I build that this turn. Skull Staff and then bootstrap him into a Communion or build him a shield to power the Spheres. Right, so I think Darkness you need to be Death 4. Yes, you have to be Death 4 to cast Darkness because you need to use 4 gems to do it. That would be a useful one. Because the precision on Soul Slay is not going to care. But his mages, well, not the Malika, I guess, they have Spirit Sight, but these guys would have their precision just destroyed between Storm and Darkness. There's no way. Okay, now the second thing that needs to happen. Okay, so my Communion will actually be a tiny air Communion. Okay, which is going to be casting Communion Master. Missed. What else will I need them to do? Wind Guide. It's important. Pulse Wars is something useful that they could cast over time, just to give more density and Thunder Ward. Okay. We'll do Communion Master. We're gonna get missed out. Power of the Spheres, Storm Power. Assuming that he's got Storm Power out. And at this point, just start Thunder Warding. Okay, she has the gems for that because she has 2 air gems. Give her 2 more. And then this will also be a Communion Slave. Okay, cool. These chicks, I had them all on Preach because I wanted to make sure that I got at least 1 candle in the Booty Stretch for my for the Gorgon to be there. Okay, all of these guys. Sucks. Battle Fortune costs pearls, and I really need my pearls for other things right now. How am I going to roll this? Okay, what can my nature ones do? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and pause it, and I'm going to go roll this script. And once I've decided I'm happy with it, then I can come back and show you guys what I got. Alrighty, folks. I'm back. I've done most of the scripting. There's going to be a lot of things that I want to test how they're going to work. So you're going to see some weird spells scripted here. And I hope that's okay. And if it doesn't work, oh well, that sucks. But I want to try some stuff out here. So The most important one again is have Phytheldro casting Howl, and then just whatever spell he can. I have Actor, instead of doing Flaming Arrows, he's going to be casting Solar Eclipse. Just again to lower the precision on the non-Malakas. There's a change later down the line. I need to update on that. Regular Legion of Steel. He probably shouldn't Iron Skin. He should be Stone Skinning. Okay, what else we got? Some people are casting lightning resistance after their Earth power. Our units, we'll look over them. I brought over these Air 1 Death 1 guys because there's the spell added in TLC Thunder Guard for an AoE 1 lightning res. It's going to use almost all his fatigue, but it is what it is. So he'll try to cast that as much as he can, and later on he'll cast Storm Power if Naba decides that's what he wants to do. I have a bunch of baby fire mages casting Will-O-Wisp, and this is again just to bring more targets for the enemy that are on kind of the sides of the battlefield. And Will-O-Wisps essentially are very, very immune. I don't remember their fire resistance exactly, but I'd hope it's enough to be immune to Smokeless Flame, like 50 or something. Even then, it still might kill them because they only have, I think, 1 hit point. But either way, just more things to mess with his scripting. Thunder Guard, Swarm, all the mages casting Swarm. It's for the same purpose, mess with the scripting. Actually, this one I should keep in the back casting Tangle Vines in case, let me actually keep that for all my Swarm casters. They can advance later. In case there's like Malika Thug coming to the back, Tangle Vines will mess them up. Our big dudes are usually just going to cast some spell and then just Soul Slay. And once they're done Soul Slaying, they're going to start casting Enslave Mind, because I have one of them casting Northern Star, which is +1 Astral for everyone on the field. It's also why I've given them Girdles of Might to help give them more reinvigoration. Yeah, so otherwise he'd be fatigue neutral. I almost want to give him Boots of the Messenger, but I have those mainly for movement, not for anything else. This chick, I'll give her actually in this little Divine Garland. Make absolutely sure that she becomes lucky. There you go. That's the change. I wanted to add this form to her repertoire and make sure she's on conservative. Good. More Thunder Guard. So the Face of Kirby 1, Strength of Gaia. She's doing Stone Skin, and everyone should be doing Stone Skin. I might have forgotten in places instead of Iron Skin because I don't want them to be susceptible to shock damage. Oh, phone call real quick. Probably spam, so I'm going to ignore that. At the end of her thing, she's going to cast Howl in case the first guy didn't. If not, she'll cast some other spell. Who knows? What we got? Here's the Light of the Northern Star guy. He's actually going to join the Communion after, because I'm assuming this is going to put him to sleep for a little bit. So in the tail end, he'll join what's left of the Communion, give him Earth Power, maybe keep him from dying, hopefully. Maybe we can cast like Astral Healing. If I didn't absurdly need my pearls right now, I'd totally cast Astral Healing. I don't know how much Liquid Body's really going to help this guy, if I'm just completely honest. Yeah. Not much you can really do in your normal set of spells there. So make sure you got luck, and then just fire off those Soul Slays. Okay, again, more Will-O-Wisps into casting luck. I'm not casting Body Ethereal because I'm assuming his goal is that he just wants to nuke me, and magic damage will go through Body Ethereal, but it will have difficulty going through luck. This is the other thing I want to test. I want to see how Farstrike plays. It's got pretty long range. It's got pretty good precision. It doesn't use any fatigue, so at the end of this whole script, he'll have fatigue to do whatever he wants. And it's going to do 17 plus whatever his strength is, which is 9. So 17 plus 9 is not the worst. Here, fixed. Now 17 plus 13. So he'll do 30 damage swings each time. He's going to be a little fire resistant too. Neat. So he'll do 30 damage swings. If he gives himself Strength of Giants, he'll do 17 and 17, 34 damage swings. And what I'm hoping is that he's a little bit more forward deployed, right? Oh, not particularly. Let's put him ever so slightly closer here on the edge. What I'm hoping is I want to see if the Farstrike AI is going to look at the Nebaean army, see that it's a bunch of these armored giants, and in the back of them are these really, high hit point giants that have no armor. And I want to see if he punches them in the face. And if he does that, because it's blunt damage, it'll also do 50% more damage. So I want to see if Farstrike will target the Nebaean Mage Core and just punch them out. They've only got 21 health and 4 protection. Malakas, I think, have even less. So I want to see if they just get punched in the face. Because if they do, then maybe I could do like Far Strike Communions. I mean, it wouldn't scale the range, although that'd be really cool. But I just want to see if the AI will be clever enough to not target the armored infantry or the camels and target the unarmored giants in the back. Okay, so finally the troop lineup. So we have a kind of middle ground of some mages casting luck and Thunder Ward and whatever they want, really. And this is kind of like the first line. We have some spread of units in the front. I should keep you guys like here. And their job is just get shot at, really. Just absorb some hits. And then we have the main core of units in the back, and that's where all of my mages are, as far back in the field as they can, so that they don't get nuked by the Nebaean artillery strike is what's going to happen. And again, this is all theory, if I'm guessing correctly what his plan is. And the Far Strike guy is up here, or Nessos. So hopefully this works out in my favor. Now, army graph wise, I think, yeah, he's got about half the army that I do, but if I get completely wiped in the weedy stretch, maybe it's a lot closer to equal. What else have I done? I've confirmed Asphodel and TNG are going to go to war, so I don't need this humongous garrison back here. And actually, I'm going to have some mages as backup start moving south. Because again, it's going to cut my research completely, which sucks. Let's see how bad it is. Who's moving here? Right, the map move 10 hoplites. Can't get that far. Okay, then I will have to build a big commander to bring them all instead, because I can't afford to have no mages if I lose this big battle. I can't afford to not have units, mind you. That would be bad too. I still don't know what Relay is going to do. I thought he was going to attack me earlier when he had that big force there. Clearly it was just killing indies. But yeah, so this is a very close to all in from me, and I hope it works out. Building all these Cardaces just because the units this guy's going to be using, for the most part, they're going to cut through me like butter anyways. And if they get hit by Smokeless Flame or Lightning, whatever, it's going to hit just as hard as if they were regular hoplites. So it almost doesn't matter. And these guys, they have better defense, and they hit just as hard. So yeah, just make the Cardaces, and once they get buffs, a lot of it's going to be similar. And then yeah, so once we research, we'll have this research going into the next turn. So Enslaved Mind is an option for my big dudes. And I hope this guy in the middle casts it, but really it'll probably just be these guys. Maybe I should have this guy do personal luck too. Just absolutely sure. Maybe even Twist Fate. Switch that. Twist Fate, personal luck, and then I'll let him decide what he wants to do. Twist Fate's the caster one, yeah. And then personal luck. And then you can decide if you want to Soul Slay, if you want to Slave Mind. This guy, he has Astral Fires is a pretty good spell that he can do. He'll figure it out. He'll figure it out. Okay, now I'm sure again I'm probably forgetting something super important, but I'm hoping just the combination circle of what I see here, Solar Eclipse, Howl, and Mist, is enough to reduce his precision bad enough that this can do things. And maybe I should have my own Super Communion to really just chunk out the Soul Slays, rather than do my own evocations under bad eyesight. And maybe I should do that. Maybe I should go back, redo this whole script, and at the end of it all, just everyone join the communion. I really don't want to blow up those Crystal Amazons, but I guess I have spares. That sounds horrible. That sounds so horrible. But yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have some Super Astral Communion happen at the end of this. So I'll just do that, and then that'll be the end of the turn anyway. So see you guys next time on turn 35. We'll watch my failures.